right, and we are live for the final game of today's action. It's going to be Iran going against Japan. And Iran in the red, Japan in the white. It's going to be interesting to see how these two teams get things kicked off. Another Asian regional battle as Nakamura is going to take this up to the 30. And we're going to see this Japanese offense get things done. Japan seems to be a fairly strong footballing nation, and honestly, that is in both senses. But so is this Iran team, and honestly, I expect to see some touchdowns from both sides. It'll be interesting to see who takes away the cake here, as Minamino gives it off to Kagawa, and he's going to get the first down. Minamino fakes the handoff, is going to get pressured, and he gets rid of it just in time. It'll be a 2nd and 10. Kagawa on the run, stopped in the backfield by Al Ghamdi. And a 3rd and 11 situation shaping up for Japan here. As Iran's defense, it's showing its fangs early. And Sasanuma gets the reception, but he's not going to get far. As Japan's going to be forced to punt. Maekawa. It's a fairly deep punt. He should get this. They're actually going to get pinned at the 9. So Iran is going to take things from just behind their 10-yard line. Yakub on the reception. Gets a cool 6 yards. Najim Haji is going to be Iran's QB for today. We got a flag on the play. And he's going to go in the air deep, although they're going to get an advantage from the penalty. As Japan's going to get booked from that one, and it'll be a new set of downs either way. And another flag, Hijazi on the run. And this is going to go against Japan again. A Japanese D-line already conceding 2 back-to-back penalties. That's going to hurt them. As Guzman, he gets a good reception. He's going to go downfield. Stopped at the 47, but that's a big reception indeed. Hijazi, he's going to get tripped up as Fukukoshi will get the TFL. Although I think he just narrowly got a yard on that rush, so. Haji drops back, overthrows his man in the corner, and it'll be a 3rd and 9 situation. Iran has some good momentum going so far. They can't afford to slip up now. Haji. And he was looking for Yakub on that one, I believe, but he's not going to be able to get to that one. It'll be 4th and 9. So Iran is also going to be forced to punt, as Kaduri is going to take this a bit too far. Or actually, no, they're going to give it to him. Ball travels out by the 6, and now Japan. They're gonna have to work from there. Minamino finds Okada. Okada, he's still running, and he had some space, but he's just gonna be brought down at the 38. And now maybe Japan's offense, maybe they can get something to click. Okada again on the cross this time. And that's back-to-back first downs for him, this Japanese side. Now they're really chugging. Their first drive did not go so well, but neither did Iran's. Minamino goes to Okada for a 3rd time. And he's not going to get the first down here, but it'll be 2nd and inches. Minamino hands it off to Kagawa. He's going to be stopped in the backfield by Al Turk. Iran going to lose a DB in Abaid. He might not return to this game. Pressure mounting. Sasanuma gets the reception and the first, and he'll run this out of bounds. Japan in Iran's red zone. Minamino has time. And he finds Okada again. He had a lot of space to run, but he just barely, narrowly steps out of bounds. Gain of 3 yards. Kagawa sheds 1 tackle and gets the first down. And Japan, now within at least 10 yards, or just narrowly 11 yards, of Iran's goal line. Kagawa stopped in the backfield, again by Al-Ghamdi. Iran's defense is going to need to really step it up here if they want to prevent the first score to go into their opponents. Kagawa, not going to get super far, because he's only going to get a yard. Minamino goes on the cross, finds Sasanuma. And, it'll be a 4th and 1 situation. And Japan's going to go for the chip either way. Kanazawa, he's going to drill that from 18 yards, and Japan's on the board. It's 3-0 as the first quarter is, well, just barely about to end. Deep kick by Kanazawa. And it's just going to sail over the head. And Iran's going to get possession from their 25. Haji goes over to Hijazi. And he gets a gain of 9 on that play. And that might be the last play of the first quarter. So now 2nd and 1. Empty backfield for Iran. Blitz coming, and Haji gets it off in time, but the receiver can't get back on time. It'll be 3rd and 1 now. They'll hand it off to Hijazi. He has space to run. And he gets a big gain. Walks it all the way back to Japan's 33-yard line. And Iran is looking to make something here. Hijazi again. And he's going to get 5 yards on that gain. Hijazi for a 3rd time is going to get the first down here. And now Iran is building some momentum. The Japanese defense is going to figure out a way to stop them from getting the first touchdown. Hijazi again. He's going to get a gain of 5. This Iranian offense is going to use that run game, and so far, it's been grinding down Japan's defense. Empty backfield for Iran again. Going to the corner, and no, it's going to come off the receiver's helmet. 3rd and 5. Iran still has room to work here, but they need to get in the end zone. Hijazi, he's going to shed that tackle, and he's going to get the first down. And Japan's going to get another penalty. So far, the penalties have been one-sided. Japan's getting hit with almost everything today. And the blitz works as Haji is going to get tackled in the backfield by Hidotaka. Haji is going to go for the cross. He finds Zaki. And Iran puts themselves on the board. They'll get the first touchdown of the game, and they're going to put themselves in front. Shaki gets the PAT to go, and Iran will take the lead by 4. So this Iranian home squad, using the momentum of the defense, getting that earlier stop. Well, the offense managed to find something good in their run game, and, well, that puts them out in front. Nakamura with the return to the 30 once again. Now, Japan needs to figure out a way to get in the end zone if they really want to, jump back out in front. Empty backfield. Minamino finds Kobayashi. And he's going to get to Iran's 43. Hands it off to Kagawa. Gain of 2 on that run, not much doing. Kagawa stopped in the backfield by Pachachi. And a 3rd and 9 situation. Japan needs to get out of that now. Minamino is going to go deep. He can't find a receiver. It'll be 4th and 9. Japan's going to have to punt here. Oh, they're actually going to go for the field goal. Kanazawa. Can he drain it from deep? And he will. 59 yards. Wow, he's got quite the leg on him. Honestly, that's unexpected. And considering that range, well, I mean, there's just not much to say. He's got a cannon for a leg, it seems. As that kick's going to go for a touchback. And Japan is going to make this narrow. Iran only in the lead by that PAT earlier. Hijazi. He gets a decent run there. Gain of 6 yards. Fairly long way, though. Hijazi again. They're going to go for the sweep. Not going to work this time. Be 3rd and 2. Iran's run game is actually much different than some of the ones from the earlier games. Hijazi, he's going to get the 1st down this time. And Hijazi doesn't seem like one of the more shiftier running backs, but his O-line is doing their job by creating space for him. And there he goes again. As he's proving to be quite a force right now. And it's going to be another empty backfield setup for Iran. And no, nothing doing on that. The receiver can't get to it. It'll be 2nd and 10. I think Iran's ground game is probably what's going to be the big factor in deciding if they're going to take this game or not. As the passing game seems to be struggling here. And now they got a 3rd and 10. Haji needs to be smart with his plays. He's still going to go in the air, and no. Be 4th and 10. A lot of drop passes by this Iranian offense. So that's going to force another 4 and out for them. Kaduri. Decent punt, and Maida. He manages to sneak by that first tackle and get to the 25. And Japan still in this game by 2 field goals. Kanazawa has proven to be, well, he's got a cannon for a leg, and you've seen earlier. But still, field goals while they may be great, they aren't what necessarily wins the football game, and Japan needs to find Iran's end zone immediately. Kagawa forces Iran to use a timeout here. It'll be 3rd and 6 for Japan. Minamino going to go to the air, find Sasanuma, and there's going to be a flag, and it's going to be against Kagawa for holding. It's been awfully skewed today. 3rd and 16 for Japan. Minamino finds Okada. He's going to be short. And Japan can't seem to catch a break with the penalties, as I think that might be their 5th one today. Mefta, he's going to return this one and get leveled at around the 20. Haji, going to go to the corner. Receiver, a bit of a miscommunication there as the receiver. He just barely leaves before the ball can get to him. Haji's going to go deep. And he finds Bari Khattab on that reception. Haji, this time to Azar. Gets a reception of 4 yards. Pressure mounting. Abd Manaf. He's still going to get the pass anyway. And Iran. Another empty backfield setup for them. And Yakub this time. He's going to get another reception. And now Iran is, well, they're within Japan's goal line here. Haji. Oh, and he was looking for the short path, but the receiver, well, he couldn't get to that one. Iran's going to need to do something here as they only have 30 seconds, and I think Japan's going to get possession to start the second half. Goes to the corner to Guzman. It'll be 3rd and goal. Haji. Short pass. Finds Ajazi. He's going to be short. And Iran's going to play it safe here. They're just going to take the chip. As Shockey nails a 19-yarder to put them back in front by at least 4. So far, a very close game. Not super big in scoring, but the defenses has definitely proved that, well, in future games, they will be forces to be reckoned with. At least that's what I can say. Offensively, both sides haven't been too much for each other, but defensively, they seem to have adapted to each other fairly perfectly. And that is the score. So it is 10-6. Not much to be said. Of course, it's been a defensive game, but the back and forth is still palpable. Japan only down by 4. Iran, so far, they're the only team that has found the end zone. And it looks like actually Iran is going to get possession to start the second half. So that works out for them. They can inflict some more damage here. As Kanazawa is going to overkick that one. It'll be a touchback. So, 1st and 10 situation, they essentially get a reset of downs. They get a chance, well, to get in Japan's end zone again. Can they do that, though, or will this Japanese defense make the stops needed in order to hold them back? Ajazi. Ajazi got some room to run now. And he'll get the 1st down. As he's been putting up some numbers, now he's got triple digits in yardage, both receiving and rushing. Haji, short pass. Yakub. He's going to get obliterated, but he gets the 1st down regardless. And it's going to be another penalty against Japan. I mean, at this point, it's getting pretty diabolical here because it seems like no matter which side, offense or defense, they're going to get booked for something. Of course, I'm only supposed to be bipartisan here, but it's looking pretty fishy. Iran going empty backfield again, and we got another flag. Overthrows his man. Is it against Japan? No, this time Iran gets their 1st penalty. And it was eventually going to happen, but wow. Talk about a bad stretch for Japan. But Iran looking at a 2nd and 20. Hijazi manages to slip by that tackle. And he'll cut it down to a 3rd and 10 situation, but now Iran needs to figure out how to get a 1st right here, right now. They're going to hand it off to Hijazi, who's going to be just short. And Iran is probably going to have to bring out the field goal unit. As Shockey. He's going to attempt to get 3 more points, and he does. So Iran now in the lead by just about a score. Japan can literally tie things up, though. Nakamura. This time makes it past the 30. Japan's going to start from their 32. Their offense has been struggling so far, and their defense, well, they haven't been the best at keeping Iran at bay. Okada, he's got some room to run, and he might be gone. He got the blocks needed, and he's got the touchdown. And Minamino finally gets a touchdown for Japan. Kanazawa to knot things up, and he does. And just like that, we have level playing field. It's a new ball game, essentially. Kanazawa on the kick, and of course his cannon of a leg is going to force a touchback. And how about that for Japan? They managed to fight their way back to a tie off some great blocking from their wide receivers, and Okada turned on the Jets as it's lost by Iran, but Yakub is just there to scoop it up and prevent anything bad from happening. A close call indeed, but Iran needs to be careful as now they're playing on level terms with Japan again. Ajazi, his run game has been very consistent, of course. He may not be the big runner that some of these other running backs in some of the other nations they may be, but still his consistency is one thing to be appreciated by this Iranian offense. If anything, he's definitely been a benefactor to them as he's been a driving factor and them getting down the field. Hijazi again, and this time he's going to get stopped at the 42. It's going to be a gain of 6. Haji going to go to the air. And that should have been intercepted, but it's going to be dropped by the Japanese DB there. Unsure who that is. It'll be a 4th and 4, and Japan, they have a chance here to take the lead. Can they do it? Kaduri on the punt. It's going to be left alone by Maeda. And it'll be a 1st and 10 taken from Japan's 20. Kagawa going to get stopped in the backfield by Pachachi. I think that's his 2nd TFL for today. Minamino has time, going to go deep on the cross. And he can't find a receiver. It'll be 3rd and 12. Japan's going to have to be conservative here. Not sure if they're going to go with the ground game. The ground game has been struggling as of late. Minamino. He's going to go deep. And he has Kobayashi. Kobayashi's gone. And just like that, Japan turns things around as now they jump out into the lead for the 2nd time of this game. And Kanazawa to get the extra PAT as Japan's now out in front. The score's 20-13. Iran, they're going to be chasing again for the first time since about the first 3.5 minutes into this game. Or, well, essentially since the first quarter. So now we'll see what Haji does. They're going to go to Hijazi. Hijazi's going to get the first, and that's all he's going to get, though. If anything, this Iranian side is not dead yet. Pressure mounting as Abdmanaf is going to get the reception. He was clearly over the line, but I guess not. They're going to get 2nd and inches here. Hijazi. He's going to get the first down. That's all that matters. And he's having himself a day so far. Going to the corner. It's dropped by Yakub, I believe. Haji. He's going to go. Finds Yakub this time, though. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Iran. The Japanese defense still not getting the stops needed, and I believe that's what prevents them from really winning this game convincingly. A team that can win convincingly in any sport, to be honest, is a team that is dangerous. And right now, it looks like that killing factor just isn't in Japan right now. As Iran, pressure mounting, and the receiver can't get to that one. I think he was targeting Hijazi, who was going on the run there, but it wasn't going to work out for him. Haji going to go to the air, and Guzman gets the reception. And again, it's those 3rd downs that really kill Japan's defense. They still can't get those stops that they need. Hijazi sneaks by, gets the 1st down. And Iran's doing their best to make it close, and they're doing a great job at it. And that should be the end of the 3rd. As Japan's still out in front, but Iran They are keeping things interesting. They're not going to let Japan just run away with this one just yet. Pressure mounting, and it's going to be overthrown. Not going to see anything he likes. Second and goal. I think they're going to have to look to the ground game here, as it's a short distance. Ajazi should definitely be able to punch it in. Haji. Going to go to the corner. He's going to find Yakub. That works too. As he was virtually untouched and left open. Shockey knots things up. And we have ourselves another even ball game going into the fourth quarter. Nakamura is finally not going to get to the 30-yard line this time. Stopped at the 24. And Japan going to go empty backfield. See what they have planned. Minamino has pressure. Finds Okada. It'll be a first down for Japan. Minamino is going to go deep. And Nakamura sets the tackle. Can you believe that? Japan answering within a matter of seconds off that possession. And Kanazawa to make it 27. And now Iran is chasing once again. It's been back and forth all game, and I told you, both these sides, I expected a lot from both these teams, but man, they're making it an interesting game so far. And it's going to be too deep to return for Iran. I'm not sure why he keeps going back there, man. Kanazawa's going to keep kicking those cannons. But either way, Iran, they'll settle for the touchback. It's not bad. And Haji went for a shorter option, almost had a first down, but the receiver can't get to it. Haji, pressure in the backfield, gets it off in time, and it's going to come off a helmet. I mean, the upside is they didn't lose any yards, but man, you got to be able to catch those, because those are gimmies. Haji, it's going to go in the air again, and it's Guzman. The third down seems to be a weakness for Japan's defense, as they can't defend on that one. Guzman. Oh, my mistake. Haji dropped back. Yakub on the reception. They get another first down. And Iran's going to look to answer back just as quickly as Japan did. But they need a break. Pressure mounting as Haji just barely gets rid of that one. Yakub, you'll get the reception. He'll run it out of bounds. Third down situation. Japan has really been struggling defending on these. We'll see what they can do here. Iran, flag on the play. And Bari Khattab should walk that in. We'll see who the flag is against. It's going to be against Adnan. And Iran, that touchdown's going to get erased by that penalty. And now they're looking at a 3rd and 14 situation. It's going to go deep. And Zaki says ball doesn't lie, as he'll walk that in for a touchdown. The third down seems to be just bad luck for Japan so far, as they just can't defend on that one for anything. Shockey ties it up once again, and we have another even ball game. Both these sides just really don't want to relent. And Nakamura only going to get to the 27 here. Kagawa going to get a gain of 5 on this one. And I tell you, man, this game has been quite the back and forth. It's been all-out war. Flag on the play. We'll see who it's against. And this time it's against Iran. Now they're incurring a bad stretch of penalties against them now. They do say bad news travels fast. Wow. Kagawa sheds a tackle, but he's going to get tackled in the backfield by Pachachi. Third and 4 situation. Let's see what Japan makes of this one. They give it to Kagawa. Not a smart decision, in my opinion. It'll be 4th and 2. Japan's going to have to punt here. Maekawa on the punt. Might be a little bit too deep. No. It's going to be picked up. And looks like they're going to get pinned to the 1. It's not great field position by any stretch of the imagination, but if they can avoid a blitz, they should be fine. Hijazi is going to get stopped. Shiroyama going to ensure that there's no gain on that one whatsoever. They give it to Hijazi again. And he's only going to get 3 yards for his troubles there. 3rd and 7, though. And the third down has been the Achilles heel, essentially, for this Japanese defense the entire game. Hijazi. He's going to get the first, and what do I say? I called it right there. And overthrown by Haji. 2nd and 10. It'll be interesting to see what they can do here. Either they're going to get the first down, or they're going to force the third, then get the first. As Japan has been able to force a 4 and out in quite a while now. And 3rd and 10. Let's see what happens here. I'm not going to say too much. They give it to Hijazi, who's going to be stopped. And wow, for the first time in a long time, it looks like a break for Japan, as they're going to have less than 3 minutes. Well, they're going to go to the 2-minute warning with possession. So Japan needs to really think wisely about their decisions here. Minamino finds Nakamura on the cross. We got a flag on the play, and it's against Kawanabe. So 1st and 20. Although some time has been shed, Japan's looking at a 1st and long situation to begin with, and that's not great either. Minamino gets pressured immediately. Okada on the reception, and he's only going to get 4 yards for his troubles. Clock still ticking, but we got the 2-minute warning. Minamino finds Sasanuma. He's not going to get far with that reception. 3rd and 11. He does stop the clock, though. Not sure if that was a smart decision. Minamino going to go to the corner again, and that's going to get dropped. As Japan might have just thrown this game away. We'll see, because less than 2 minutes is now. It's enough time for Iran to get something on the board. It's a good punt, and Mefta is tackled. Oh, well, it's going to be a touchback. Interesting. If you're tackled in the end zone on a punt return, touchback. Cool. Useful information. Zaki with a big reception. And now Iran, they're in position to steal this game. Hijazi, he gets stopped in the backfield by Yonena. Pressure mounting, and he couldn't get the sack. Wow. Haji's evasiveness. Talk about prevailing. They really don't need much, though. They need to just get some points on. Hijazi, he gets a good run. He's going to be short of a 1st down. Be 2nd and 1. Japan still has all their timeouts. They're not using them. And Hijazi is going to be stopped immediately by Atsuzawa. Iran needs to stop. They got it. Someone's got to use the timeout. Hijazi. And Iran finally uses the timeout. They can set up for the chip shot and steal this game. Shockey to call game, and that might be just enough as 10 seconds less than. I don't think that's going to be enough for Japan to get downfield, if at all. And Nakamura is going to get stopped at the 30. 7 seconds. Japan does still have all their timeouts, but they're just going to need to run nothing but four verts the entire time. As the reception is run out of bounds. 3 seconds to go. Minamino finds Okada, but that should be game. As Iran steals this game with a field goal. The back and forth, man. I tell you, Iran survives as they get the break and they'll get the win. And that should do it for all of the games for today. And man, I enjoyed this week. But yeah, tune in as we have at least one or two more friendlies in store for next week. But a bit of a hiatus for the IAFA as we enter a bit of an international break, but it's an actual break. But this is the NK Hub signing out, and if you managed to watch this entire game, thanks for watching.